All right, y'all. We're here at a different section of the Pedernales River today. This is Trammell's Crossing. It was a little bit of a hike to get down in here, but it was a really nice walk. Just gonna go ahead and get the Tenkara rod set up today. I've got 10 feet of furled line here and probably about 2 feet 4X tippet with that Rio Bandito. So let's start off with that, see if anything's interested, and we can switch up our pattern if we need to. I see a lot of bait fish starting around in here, so I might put on some sort of little streamer or something that I picked up at Sportsman's Finest at fly tying class the other day. But we'll go ahead and pitch in here a few times. You can see a couple of folks that built some rock cairns, which I know people have mixed opinions about, but it didn't really bother me much. Can't be any worse for the environment than wading through the stream bed, but I already see a bunch of little fish darting around in some of these weirs. Well, let's just go ahead and drift it on through here a couple times, see if we can pick anything up. Yeah, really nice day to be out here. Probably 82 degrees right now, which is much, much better than last weekend when it was about 102. It'll probably get up there this afternoon. It's only about 9 o'clock in the morning right now. All right, first fish of the day. At least we haven't gotten skunked, and we're only a few minutes into the trip right now, so get back on in there, buddy. Get a little bit bigger. Got a few dragonflies perched up there on that rock, which is nice. This little pool's got to be holding a fish or two. I saw one in there. Might have spooked him. Oh, there he is. Oh, and a bigger one was chasing him too. Oh, he came off. Oh well. Oh, there's another one right there. This little hole, I would actually prefer my moonlight, just because I could get down up under those underhangs just a little bit easier. That's all right. Oh. Well, we had a fish on, and he went up under a rock. I don't know if he's still up under here or not. I think he's still on. I think he's just hung up under this rock. Yeah. Let's see if I can get him loose. Little baby green sunfish. How about that? Pretty little feller. He just hung up pretty good under that rock, so. Wow, cool. Pool. I've been walking a lot today in my Crocs. It reminds me of when I was a kid. I went on a backpacking trip with the Boy Scouts, and my mom and me, the only shoes we packed myself were a pair of Crocs, and she loaded me down with a bunch of Belgian waffles and other backpacking essentials. So I think that weekend I put 20 miles on a pair of Crocs, and man was I wore out at the end of it. But here we are 20 years later doing the same thing. I guess we'll never learn our lesson about amphibious footwear. All right, we got another one on here. Oh, it came off too. That's the thing about using these barbless hooks is it's easier on the fish, but you definitely lose a few hookups, which is fine. We're just out here to have fun. There's a massive carp right out here. You can see him almost kicking up dust with his tail as he's going under there. Let's see if he'll bite this bad boy. Well, of course I would get hung up. Oh, there we go. He'd probably break my rod if I hooked into him, but we'll see. Oh, fish on. I knew there'd be one in there, and it's a good one too. Oh no, don't get me tangled up in that tree. All right, here we go. Wow. Let's get this guy over here so we can take a closer look at him. It's a long ear. All right, buddy. Wow, look at that. It almost looks like he got foul hooked. He did, right in the nose. Wow, that's a cool fish. Pretty stunning landscape around here. A lot of natural beauty. Oh, and I got a fish on. How about that? Oh, he came off. All right, I got my spinning reel out. It's a Berkeley cherry wood. And I'm just gonna pitch in here with the white curly tail and see if we can pull a bass or something out of here. It feels weird having this much casting range when I've been using the Tenkara all day. Oh, well, we got a tiny one. I don't know what it is. Looks like a little bluegillian. All right, let me get you unhooked, buddy. Chill out. All right, see you later. Well, I guess that's proof of concept that this curly tail grub will work. All right, we got another fish on the curly tail, and it looks like a little, let's see what this is. This might be a Guadalupe bass. I think it is. You could tell by the kind of broken bronze and orange colored versus the largemouths, which are much greener. I'm trying to get you up. He choked that thing. Let's get him back on in there. See you later, buddy. It was kind of funny. He hit it and then he came back for it again afterwards when he didn't get it the first time. But there seems to be a few fish stacked up in that little slack water area back there. Here's a great example of paying attention to your surroundings and matching the hatch. You can see there we've got a recently hatched dragonfly larvae or a caddis. That would probably tear him up here if I had something similar looking to that, which I probably do. Right now I'm using a blood midge, and I've switched it up to the moonlight to target some of these long ears in the shallow stretches. But we'll might have to tie something a little bit more brown on. And here we've stumbled upon quite a specimen. A really cool lizard. I don't know exactly what kind he is. Oh yeah. So this is a really cool lizard. You can see it's got some black stripes on the rib cage there, and a nice long tail that almost resembles a rattlesnake. So I wonder if that's a little bit of evolutionary trait right there. So really cool to see. All right, buddy, have a good day. All right, y'all, we're back on the Moonlight. Unfortunately, I ended up breaking a section of the red fox off, so we're gonna be using this for the rest of the day. We'll see how it goes. This river's a little bit big for it, but I think we still might be able to pull a few fish with it. Like that one right there. There's a decent long ear up there over that cypress stump. I'd like to get him if I can. Probably won't bite after he saw his buddy get hit. Little dragonfly on the line, that's cool. All right, y'all, we got a little bit of a storm front moving in. You can see behind me, and I don't want to get caught out here in the rain, so we're gonna wrap this expedition up. Appreciate y'all watching, and we'll catch you on the next Lone Star expedition.